The world outside my window hums with the soft symphony of an approaching evening. It's a sound I've come to cherish, a gentle lullaby spun from the mundane threads of daily life. Perhaps it's the distant murmur of traffic on a tree-lined street in a quiet Midwestern town, or the gentle sigh of wind through the tall pines of a New England forest. Wherever you are, I invite you to settle into that comfortable space, to let the edges of your day soften, much like the fading light outside. There's a particular solace in these moments. Isn't there a quiet invitation to simply be, to release the grip of urgency and embrace the unhurried rhythm of the world? Tonight, our journey begins not with a grand pronouncement or a startling revelation, but with something far more ancient and profoundly familiar: the rain. Think of a summer storm, not the kind that rages with destructive fury, but one that arrives with a thoughtful, deliberate pace. It begins, perhaps, as a mere suggestion in the air, a subtle shift in the breeze, carrying the faintest scent of damp earth and distant petrichor. Then, a single tentative drop might tap against your window pane, a whisper of what's to come, and another, until a steady, rhythmic cadence begins, a percussive symphony against the glass, against the rooftops, against the leaves of every tree. Imagine yourself nestled comfortably, perhaps in a favorite armchair by a window or tucked into bed, listening. Each drop is a tiny messenger carrying tales from the clouds above. They fall with an unhurried grace, tracing shimmering paths down the glass, merging, flowing, and dissolving into an endless curtain of liquid light. There's no rush, no urgency in their descent. They simply yield to the gentle persuasion of gravity, a silent ballet performed millions of times a second across the vast expanse of our planet. This isn't just water falling, it's a living breath of the earth, cycling, renewing, perpetually returning. The air thickens with a cool, refreshing embrace, carrying away the day's lingering warmth. And then the thunder begins, far off at first, a low, resonant rumble, like a giant clearing its throat in the distant hills. It's not a violent crack, not yet. Rather, it's a deep, vibrating hum that seems to resonate not just in your ears, but deep within your chest, a primal acknowledgement of nature's vast power. This distant thunder is a promise, a prelude to a magnificent display of atmospheric energy, yet delivered with a gentle hand, a quiet suggestion of majesty. And with the thunder, often comes the lightning, not the jagged, startling flash that splits the sky with an angry shriek, but the soft, diffuse glow of a cloud-to-cloud flicker. It illuminates the underside of the clouds, turning them into vast, shifting canvases of muted grays and purples. It's like a colossal, silent lantern being briefly lit and extinguished, revealing the grand, swirling architecture of the storm. Each flash is a fleeting glimpse into the raw, untamed electrical heart of the sky, a reminder of the unseen forces that dance above us. Yet, in this gentle storm, even the lightning seems to hold its breath, casting a serene light rather than a shocking glare. Consider, for a moment, the incredible journey of a single raindrop. It begins as a molecule of water, perhaps evaporated from the vast, shimmering surface of the Pacific Ocean, or drawn from the dew clinging to a blade of grass in a quiet meadow in Iowa. It ascends, carried aloft on gentle currents of air, joining countless others to form a cloud, a colossal drifting city of water vapor. Within this cloud, it might spend days, even weeks, swirling amongst its brethren, growing heavier, colder, until at last the pull of the earth becomes irresistible. Its fall is a return, a completion of a timeless cycle. It nourishes the soil, replenishes the rivers, and eventually returns to the atmosphere, ready for another journey. This quiet, ceaseless journey of water is one of the most profound poems of our planet, written in liquid light and the silent patter of rain. And the wind, too, plays its part in this gentle symphony. It sighs through the branches of trees, rustling their leaves into a rhythmic murmur. It pushes the rain against the window, creating swirling patterns, almost as if the storm itself is drawing pictures for us to observe. This isn't the fierce, howling wind that bends trees and whips up dust. This is a softer breath, a whispered invitation to listen closely, to feel the cool caress on your skin, to let its soothing murmur carry away any lingering thoughts of the day. It's a familiar, comforting presence, a reminder that even in the midst of a grand natural event, there can be a profound sense of peace. The entire experience of a gentle rainstorm, complete with its distant thunder and soft lightning, is a meditation in itself. It's a moment when the boundaries between the world outside and the world within begin to blur. The rhythmic sounds become a backdrop for your own quiet contemplation. The cool air invites a deeper breath. The soft light encourages your eyes to rest. There's nothing to do, nothing to solve, nothing to achieve, only to be, to listen, to absorb the tranquil beauty of a world in harmony with itself. We often seek grand spectacles to stir our sense of wonder, but true awe can be found in the subtle, the repetitive, the utterly dependable cycles of nature. The rain, for instance, isn't just precipitation. It's a vital artery of the planet, sustaining life, shaping landscapes, and carving out the very valleys we call home. It speaks of patience, of persistence, of an ancient wisdom that far predates our hurried human timelines. Each drop that falls is a tiny act of creation, a renewal. And as you listen, perhaps you can feel yourself being renewed too, your mind gently washed clean of the day's accumulated dust. Think of the way rain collects in puddles, reflecting the shifting sky above. These temporary mirrors capture fleeting moments of beauty, a distorted, shimmering image of clouds passing, or the soft glow of streetlights. They are miniature universes, perfectly content with their brief existence, reflecting the vastness above them. There's a quiet humility in a puddle, a simple acceptance of its transient nature, and a profound beauty in its ability to hold a reflection of the infinite. The scent of rain, too, is a powerful anchor to this moment. That earthy, clean fragrance, often called petrichor, is caused by plant oils and a compound called geosmin, released by certain bacteria in the soil when it rains. It's a scent that awakens ancient memories, a sense of deep connection to the living earth. It's the smell of life, of growth, of renewal, a silent promise of lushness to come. Breathe it in, even in your imagination, and feel its soothing embrace. As the storm continues its gentle passage, the sounds of the world outside seem to recede, becoming softer, more muffled. The distant rumble of thunder grows fainter, a lullaby fading into the horizon. The rain might lessen to a soft drizzle. A final benediction before stillness descends completely. It's a natural winding down, a gentle easing into the quietude of night. And with it, your own mind can begin to wind down, too, following the natural rhythm of the world. This gradual transition from the gentle energy of the storm to the deepening silence of night is a profound lesson in acceptance. There is no resistance, no struggle against the fading light or the receding sounds. There is only an allowing, a yielding to the natural flow. In the same way, we can allow our thoughts to soften, our worries to drift away like wisps of cloud, becoming less substantial, less insistent, until they too dissolve into the vast, calming ocean of our subconscious. Even the very act of observing this natural phenomenon, the rain, The distant thunder, the soft flashes of lightning, can be a pathway to profound stillness. It encourages a shift from the active, analytical mind to a more receptive, contemplative state. You are not trying to understand the storm, or control it, or even describe it perfectly. You are simply experiencing it, allowing its gentle rhythm to wash over you, to soothe the restless corners of your being. And as the storm continues to move away, leaving behind a freshly washed world and the promise of a clear, cool morning, we can carry this sense of peace with us. The memory of the gentle rain, the soft thunder, the ethereal glow of the lightning becomes a quiet comfort, a secret garden within our minds where tranquility always resides. It reminds us that even the most powerful forces of nature can present themselves with a profound gentleness, an invitation to quiet reflection rather than a demand for attention. This familiar, comforting backdrop of a gentle storm serves as our anchor, a safe harbor from which to begin our exploration. It reminds us of the predictable, the beautiful cycles of our world. But sometimes, within these cycles, within these familiar patterns, something truly extraordinary, something delightfully inexplicable, chooses to make an appearance, something that dances at the edges of our understanding, a whispered secret that the universe holds close. So, let the last echoes of the distant thunder fade into the quiet hum of your own inner world. Let the gentle patter of imaginary rain soften the edges of your thoughts. Feel the cool, fresh air cleanse your mind. This initial journey into the known, the beautiful, and the comforting is merely a preparation, a gentle clearing of the path. We've set the stage with the familiar symphony of nature, grounding ourselves in its timeless beauty. Now, as the world outside settles into a deeper calm, we can begin to consider the less familiar, the more ephemeral, the truly mysterious. We're not seeking answers with urgency, but rather an appreciation for the questions themselves, for the sheer wonder of the unexplained. The stage is set for a subtle unveiling, a gentle whisper of the truly unusual, yet beautiful phenomena that grace our planet. The kind of phenomenon that invites quiet contemplation, not frantic inquiry. The kind that might just drift into our awareness as serenely as a cloud, or as softly as a single, unusual light in the fading twilight. As you drift deeper into this tranquil space, consider the vastness of the atmosphere above us, a swirling ocean of air, currents, and energies. Most of it, we understand. We chart the winds, predict the storms, measure the pressure. But every now and then, this ocean of air produces something utterly unique, something that floats into existence like a dream, defies our neat categories, and then vanishes just as gracefully. It's a subtle reminder that even in the most well-mapped territories, there are always hidden glades, quiet surprises waiting to be discovered, not with a bang, but with a gentle, luminous presence. So, let this feeling of gentle wonder, this soft curiosity about the world's quiet mysteries, settle over you. The rain has stopped, the thunder has rolled away, and the air is still and fresh. The stage is set for a different kind of light, a different kind of whisper, one that hints at something truly extraordinary, yet equally tranquil. The journey from the familiar beauty of a rainstorm to the edge of the unknown is not a leap, but a gentle, almost imperceptible slide, guided by the quiet hand of curiosity. As the familiar echoes of the gentle rainstorm fade into the cool, silent embrace of the night, we turn our attention from the known to the less ordinary, from the predictable beauty of nature's symphony to a rare, shimmering note that occasionally drifts into our perception. Tonight, we gently consider a phenomenon that has long danced at the very edges of scientific understanding, a luminous enigma known as ball lightning. It is not the sudden, sharp crackle of a regular lightning bolt, nor the prolonged rumble of distant thunder. Instead, it arrives with a whispered presence, a silent, almost ethereal glow, like a secret held close by the very air we breathe. Imagine, if you will, a quiet evening. Perhaps you're gazing out of a window in a dimly lit room, or perhaps you're simply allowing your mind to wander in the soft twilight of your inner landscape. There might be a subtle shift in the air, a barely perceptible change in the ambient light, and then, without warning, a spherical globe of light appears. It is not aggressive, not threatening, but rather, it simply is. It might drift slowly, with the unhurried grace of a dandelion seed carried on a summer breeze, or it might hover for a few moments, a luminous pearl suspended in the stillness. Its size can vary from that of a small marble, perhaps gently gleaming near a windowsill, to something larger, the size of a basketball, perhaps even larger, floating serenely through a room. The colors it exhibits are often soft and ethereal, a pearlescent white, a warm amber, a subtle blue, or even a shifting spectrum of hues, like a tiny, self-contained aurora. It glows with an inner light, a quiet luminescence that doesn't cast sharp shadows, but rather diffuses a gentle radiance, painting the immediate surroundings with its soft glow. This is not the blinding flash of a camera, nor the harsh beam of a flashlight. It is a soft, living light, almost as if it breathes with a quiet, internal pulse. And often, there is no sound associated with its appearance, no crackle, no hiss, no pop. It is simply there, a silent, luminous visitor, a floating whisper of energy made visible. Think of it as a ghostly lantern, drifting through the air, carrying its own mysterious glow. Unlike regular lightning, which is gone in a fleeting instant, a ball of lightning can persist for several seconds, sometimes even a minute or more, allowing for a moment of quiet, bewildered observation. It might meander through open doorways, along corridors, or even pass through window panes with an inexplicable ease, as if the solid world offers no impediment to its gentle journey. There's a curious ballet to its movement, an unhurried drift that defies conventional physics, inviting contemplation rather than immediate explanation. The very mystery of ball lightning is part of its allure, its poetic nature. For centuries, people have reported seeing these strange luminous orbs, from ancient mariners describing glowing spheres dancing on the masts of their ships, to modern-day eyewitnesses in quiet American homes, or even pilots encountering them in the vastness of the sky. Yet, despite these numerous accounts, it remains an exceedingly rare and elusive phenomenon, difficult to study, almost impossible to predict, and even harder to replicate in a laboratory. It is as if nature holds this particular secret very close, revealing it only in fleeting glimpses, like a shy, luminous creature of the air. This elusiveness is not frustrating, but rather an invitation to wonder. It reminds us that even with all our technological advancements, our scientific instruments, and our vast libraries of knowledge, there are still corners of our world, and indeed our universe, that hold beautiful, unexplained phenomena. Ball lightning is a profound testament to the intricate, often mysterious, workings of energy and matter, hinting at possibilities that lie just beyond the veil of our current understanding. It doesn't demand to be solved. It simply asks to be observed, to be contemplated, to be allowed to spark a gentle curiosity within us. Consider the theories that have been proposed to explain it. not as definitive answers, but as attempts to weave a narrative around this luminous riddle. Some suggest it's a form of plasma, a superheated gas of ionized particles, contained by its own magnetic fields. Imagine a tiny, self-sustaining bubble of energized air, gently holding its shape against the surrounding atmosphere. Others propose it might be related to silicon vapor, tiny nanoparticles of silicon released by a lightning strike, which then glow as they oxidize. Picture shimmering dust motes, caught in an invisible current, each one burning with a quiet, persistent fire. Still others hypothesize it could be related to microwave radiation, or even stranger, a complex interaction of electrical fields and atmospheric conditions that creates a momentary pocket of light. Each theory is like a different lens through which to view this same gentle mystery, none fully capturing its complete form, but all adding to its enigmatic charm. What all these theories share, however, is a recognition of ball lightning as a delicate balance of forces, a fleeting moment when energy, air, and perhaps even subtle shifts in the fabric of space itself conspire to create something profoundly beautiful and transient. It is a fragile equilibrium, a temporary manifestation that, once its internal dance of energies concludes, simply fades away, often without a trace, leaving behind only the memory of its soft glow. There is no violence in its disappearance, no sudden collapse, but rather a gradual dimming, a soft surrender, like a candle flame gently expiring. Think of its journey through a room. It might drift past a bookcase, its soft light caressing the spines of old books. It might float near a sleeping pet, which remains undisturbed, perhaps sensing only a gentle warmth. It might pass by a vase of flowers, illuminating their delicate petals with an ethereal glow. In each instance, it interacts with the mundane world, yet remains utterly detached, a visitor from another realm, observing, glowing, and then moving on. Its passage is often silent, its departure unmarked, except by the quiet awe it leaves in its wake. This silent, graceful nature of ball lightning stands in stark contrast to our usual perception of electrical phenomena. Regular lightning is raw, powerful, and often destructive, a dramatic force that reminds us of nature's formidable might. Ball lightning, however, is a subtle reminder of nature's artistry, its capacity for delicate, ephemeral creations. It's as if the universe, in a rare moment of whimsical elegance, decides to form a perfect, glowing sphere of energy just to show us another facet of its infinite creativity. It is a gentle anomaly, a deviation from the expected, that encourages us to look closer, to listen more intently, to open our minds to possibilities that defy easy categorization. Even its association with thunderstorms, while often present, isn't always direct. Sometimes, it appears during fair weather, or after the main storm has passed, adding another layer to its mystery. It doesn't necessarily need the dramatic catalysts of a lightning strike to manifest, suggesting that the underlying conditions for its formation might be more subtle, more pervasive, woven into the very fabric of our atmosphere in ways we are only beginning to gently perceive. It is a reminder that even the air around us, so seemingly empty, is alive with invisible forces, currents, and energies, occasionally manifesting in breathtakingly beautiful ways. As we contemplate this luminous mystery, let your mind become like the open air through which ball lightning might drift. Allow your thoughts to loosen, to become less structured, more receptive to the subtle and the unexplained. There is no need to grasp at definitions or demand immediate answers. Instead, simply allow the image of this glowing sphere to float gently through your consciousness. Let its soft light illuminate the quiet corners of your mind, the spaces where wonder resides, undisturbed by the need for rigid logic. The beauty of such unexplained phenomena lies in their power to expand our sense of possibility. Ball lightning, in its quiet, persistent glow, whispers to us of a universe far more intricate and surprising than our everyday experiences might suggest. It suggests that even the simplest elements, air, electricity, light, can combine in ways that are profoundly complex and utterly captivating. It's a gentle reminder that the world is still full of magic, not the kind of magic that breaks the laws of physics, but the kind that nudges our understanding, inviting us to look a little closer, to listen a little more attentively, to wonder a little more deeply. And in this gentle contemplation, as the image of the floating sphere of light drifts through your thoughts, you might find your own mind beginning to quiet. The analytical mind, which constantly seeks to define and categorize, can gently recede, making way for a more intuitive, more accepting state of being. The mystery itself becomes a lullaby, a soft, repetitive thought that guides you towards deeper relaxation. The unanswered questions become like the gentle currents of a slow-moving river, carrying your consciousness effortlessly downstream. Allow the image of this soft, luminous sphere to be a beacon of tranquility, a symbol of the beautiful, unexplained wonders that our world holds. It arrives without fanfare, glows with quiet dignity, and departs with silent grace. In its fleeting existence, it offers a profound lesson that some of the most captivating truths are found not in the grand pronouncements, but in the gentle whispers, not in the loud demands for attention, but in the serene presence of something subtly extraordinary. Let this thought settle over you, like a soft blanket, as you drift further into the peaceful realm of quiet contemplation. The peculiar dance of ball lightning is a poetic invitation to embrace the unknown with a sense of wonder rather than fear, a gentle nudge towards the deep, quiet spaces where true rest can be found. Having gently drifted through the soft, familiar landscape of a summer storm, and then quietly contemplated the elusive dance of ball lightning, we now embark upon a deeper, more fundamental exploration. Tonight, we turn our minds to the very essence of existence itself, energy and matter. These are not abstract concepts to be grappled with, but rather the silent, ceaseless dancers that compose everything around us, from the gentle rustle of leaves outside your window to the vast, swirling galaxies light years away. Our aim is not to dissect them with sharp precision, but to appreciate their inherent poetry, to see them as the intricate threads woven into the cosmic tapestry. Think of energy not as a force that does something, but as the quiet potential within everything. It is the capacity for change, for movement, for warmth, for light. It is what allows a tiny seed to unfurl into a towering tree, what permits a whispered thought to travel across a continent, what causes the sun to gently warm your face on a spring morning. Energy is often invisible, yet its presence is felt everywhere, like an unseen current flowing through the deepest oceans. It is a fundamental fluidity, always shifting, always transforming, never truly disappearing, only changing its guise. In the grand cosmic ballet, energy is the eternal mover, the quiet animator of all things. And then there is matter, the tangible manifestation of this energy. It is the very fabric of our reality, the building blocks that come together to form everything we can see, touch, and feel. From the solid ground beneath our feet to the delicate wings of a butterfly, from the air we breathe to the intricate patterns of snowflakes. Matter is the exquisite, silent sculpture of the universe. Yet, even matter, in its deepest essence, is not as solid as it seems. If we could zoom in, past the atoms, past the electrons, past the protons and neutrons, we would find a shimmering dance of probability, tiny packets of energy vibrating in vast, empty spaces. It is a profound paradox. The world appears so solid, yet at its heart, it is a whisper, a vibration, a song sung by invisible forces. Ball lightning, in its mysterious luminescence, offers us a beautiful, living analogy for this interplay. It is, perhaps, a temporary, self-sustaining bubble of plasma. And what is plasma? It's often called the fourth state of matter, beyond solid, liquid, and gas. Imagine heating a gas so intensely that its atoms become separated into their constituent parts, free-floating electrons, carrying a negative charge, and ionized nuclei, carrying a positive charge. This swirling, ethereal soup of charged particles is plasma. It's the dominant form of matter in the universe, found in the fiery hearts of stars, in the flickering tails of comets, and in the ethereal glow of nebulae. Consider a star, billions of light years away. Its magnificent radiance is born from plasma, held together by the gentle embrace of gravity and the immense pressure of its own weight. It's not a violent explosion, but a sustained perpetual dance of atomic fusion, releasing light and warmth into the vast, silent darkness of space. In a way, ball lightning is like a tiny, fleeting star, a miniature pocket of plasma momentarily held in balance within our own atmosphere. It's a gentle reminder that the same fundamental forces at play in the grandest cosmic structures can also manifest in the most subtle, ephemeral ways right here on Earth. The transition between these states of matter is a constant, quiet poem. Think of water, for instance, in its solid form, ice. It holds a rigid structure, each molecule locked in a crystalline embrace. When it melts into liquid, those molecules flow and slide past each other with a gentle ease, adapting to any container. When it boils into vapor, they float freely, invisible, expanding into the vastness. And if you were to heat that vapor even further, to extreme temperatures, it would transform into plasma, its constituent parts dancing independently. These are not abrupt, chaotic changes, but rather graceful transformations, each state flowing naturally into the next, guided by the subtle shifts in energy and temperature. The universe, in its boundless wisdom, orchestrates these transformations with an unhurried grace. Mountains erode over millennia, their solid forms slowly surrendering to the persistent caress of wind and water. Stars are born from vast, swirling clouds of gas and dust, coalescing under gravity's gentle persuasion. And even the air we breathe, seemingly still and calm, is a ceaseless dance of molecules, vibrating, colliding, and shifting with an unseen energy. Everything is in a state of quiet flux, perpetually becoming something new, yet always retaining its fundamental essence. Ball lightning, with its quiet glow, offers a fascinating glimpse into the delicate balance required to maintain a temporary, complex structure of energy and matter. It's as if, for a brief moment, the air itself becomes enchanted, transforming into a luminous bubble of charged particles, a tiny, self-contained universe of plasma. It is a testament to the elegant simplicity and profound complexity of nature's design, a reminder that the most spectacular phenomena are often born from the most fundamental interactions. Consider the concept of fields in physics. We often think of forces as pushes and pulls between objects, but in the realm of modern physics, it's more accurate to imagine invisible fields extending throughout space. There's an electromagnetic field, a gravitational field, and even quantum fields. These fields are like vast, unseen canvases upon which the universe paints its realities. They are not empty. They hum with potential, with subtle vibrations that give rise to particles and forces. Ball lightning might be seen as a temporary manifestation within these fields, a localized disturbance, a shimmering knot of energy woven into the fabric of space itself. Imagine a still pond. If you drop a pebble into it, ripples spread outwards, carrying the energy of the impact across the surface. Similarly, these fields are like vast cosmic ponds, and the particles of matter are like tiny ripples or disturbances within them. They are not separate entities, but rather emergent properties of the field itself. This perspective invites a profound sense of interconnectedness, suggesting that everything, from the smallest electron to the largest galaxy, is part of a single, flowing, energetic continuum. The sheer elegance of this idea, that everything is interconnected, that matter is simply a form of energy, and that energy is perpetually transforming, can be deeply soothing. It dissolves the rigid boundaries we often create in our minds, between ourselves and the world, between the animate and the inanimate. It suggests a unity, a profound harmony, where all things are merely different expressions of the same underlying cosmic dance. In this vast, interconnected web, even a mysterious phenomenon like ball lightning finds its gentle, temporary place. As you contemplate these ideas, let your mind drift gently, like a leaf on a calm stream. There is no need to grasp every scientific detail, no requirement to perfectly understand the intricacies of plasma or quantum fields. Instead, simply allow the concepts to wash over you, like soft waves on a quiet shore. Feel the interconnectedness, the profound simplicity that lies beneath the apparent complexity of the world. Recognize that even the most mysterious phenomena are simply different expressions of the same fundamental laws that govern the gentle rise and fall of your own breath. The universe, in its profound wisdom, doesn't rush. It orchestrates the dance of energy and matter with an infinite patience. Over eons of time, stars are born, live their luminous lives, and then gently fade, their constituent elements returning to the cosmic dust from which new stars, and perhaps new worlds, will one day coalesce. This cycle of birth, life, and dissolution is a beautiful, unending story, and we, as observers, are privileged to witness its unfolding, even in the smallest, most ephemeral manifestations, like a globe of ball lightning. So, let your thoughts quieten, allowing the vastness of these ideas to settle gently within your consciousness. Recognize that the energy within you, the very matter of your being, is part of this grand, universal dance. You are a unique expression of the cosmos, a transient yet beautiful arrangement of energy and matter, just like a star, a raindrop, or a shimmering orb of ball lightning. There is a profound peace in this realization, a deep sense of belonging to something far greater, far more ancient, and infinitely more patient than our fleeting human concerns. Allow this profound sense of connection to lull you into deeper tranquility. The universe, in its quiet wisdom, holds all these secrets, all these mysteries, not to be solved with urgency, but to be contemplated with a sense of wonder. The gentle hum of energy, the silent dance of matter, the ephemeral glow of ball lightning, these are all parts of the same beautiful unfolding story, a story that continues to whisper its secrets to those who listen with an open heart and a quiet mind. Having gently contemplated the fundamental dance of energy and matter, and the ethereal beauty of plasma that might compose phenomena like ball lightning, we now expand our journey. Tonight, we listen for stories from the deep earth and the high sky, tales whispered by the very ground beneath our feet and the vast atmosphere above. These aren't dramatic sagas, but rather quiet observations of Earth's ceaseless internal workings, subtle energies that rise and fall, sometimes giving birth to fleeting wonders. Imagine the Earth not as a solid, static sphere, but as a living, breathing entity, deep within its core, Immense pressures and temperatures create a slow, majestic churn, a ceaseless internal current of molten rock and metal. This is the planet's pulse, its enduring rhythm. And this internal dynamism subtly influences the surface, shaping mountains over eons, nudging continents with an unhurried grace, and occasionally releasing a tremor that resonates through the crust. It's a dance of unimaginable scale and patience, performed over geological timescales that dwarf our fleeting human lives. Sometimes from these deep, ancient movements, an unusual whisper emerges: earthquake lights. These are rare, luminous phenomena that have been reported in the sky during or before seismic activity. Unlike the dramatic flash of regular lightning, these lights often appear as soft, shimmering glows, fleeting blue flames, or diffuse orbs of light, silently illuminating the night sky above fault lines. They are like the earth itself exhaling light, a momentary visible expression of the immense, unseen stresses building up beneath the surface. Think of it as the Earth's nervous system momentarily illuminating itself. While the exact mechanisms are still a subject of gentle scientific inquiry, one prevailing idea involves piezoelectricity. Imagine certain rocks, like quartz, under immense pressure. As these tectonic plates grind and shift, the crystals within the rocks can generate an electrical charge, much like how a certain type of lighter creates a spark when squeezed. This charge, released in bursts, could ionize the air above, creating these soft, luminous displays. It's not a violent discharge, but a gentle leakage of accumulated electrical potential, a quiet shimmer born from the deep, slow pressures of the planet. These earthquake lights, much like ball lightning, challenge our everyday perceptions of how the natural world behaves. They remind us that the Earth is not merely a passive stage for life, but an active participant, filled with unseen energies and subtle processes that occasionally reveal themselves in breathtakingly beautiful, yet ephemeral ways. They are a testament to the fact that even the most solid parts of our world are alive with hidden forces, capable of producing quiet wonders. Consider the contrast: the sudden, dramatic violence of an earthquake itself, often accompanied by tremendous sound and destructive force, yet, amidst this raw power, a different kind of phenomenon manifests: a gentle, silent glow, a visual poem of stress release. It's as if the Earth, in its profound wisdom, offers a moment of ethereal beauty even during its most profound internal adjustments. This de-dramatization of intense natural events, focusing on their quieter, more luminous aspects, allows us to appreciate their majesty without being overwhelmed by their power. And then, there are the electrical currents that flow through the natural world, often unseen, yet ever present. The atmosphere itself is a vast electrical circuit, constantly being charged by cosmic rays from distant stars and thunderstorms here on Earth. Tiny electrical currents flow between the ionosphere and the Earth's surface, a continuous exchange, a silent, global breath of electricity. Trees, too, can carry electrical charges, acting like natural antennas, connecting the ground to the sky. Imagine the gentle hum of these currents, like a vast, unseen river flowing through the air, through the soil, through the very plants around us. Ball lightning, earthquake lights. Perhaps these are momentary condensations of this ubiquitous electrical energy, temporary focal points where these subtle currents gather and become visible, like a shimmering eddy in a vast, invisible stream. They are not interruptions of the natural order, but rather rare, exquisite manifestations of its continuous, underlying flow. Think of the delicate balance required for such phenomena to occur. It's not just a simple spark. It's a specific confluence of atmospheric conditions, electrical fields, and perhaps even particular geological compositions that allows for these luminous expressions. It's like a complex, natural recipe, where every ingredient must be present in just the right measure to bake this ephemeral, glowing wonder. And when those conditions align, for a fleeting moment, the invisible becomes visible. The unheard becomes a silent, radiant whisper. We often categorize the world into distinct domains: geology for rocks, meteorology for weather, physics for energy. But these phenomena, like ball lightning and earthquake lights, gently blur those lines. They remind us that nature is an integrated whole, a seamless tapestry where the deepest earth connects with the highest sky, where the slowest geological processes can give rise to the fastest electrical displays. This interconnectedness is deeply soothing, inviting us to see the world not as fragmented parts, but as a harmonious, flowing system. Allow yourself to drift into this expansive view of Earth. Feel the gentle pulse of the planet beneath you, the vastness of the sky above. Recognize that you are a part of this grand system, a single thread in this immense, intricate tapestry. The same forces that create these luminous mysteries also sustain your own life, flow through your own body. There's a quiet reassurance in this thought, a profound sense of belonging to something ancient and endlessly patient. Even our ancestors, long before scientific instruments, observed these mysterious lights. They might have woven them into myths and legends, stories of spirits or omens. While we now seek scientific explanations, the sense of wonder, the feeling of encountering something truly extraordinary, remains. This shared human experience of encountering the unexplained, across generations and cultures, is a testament to our innate capacity for awe, our gentle curiosity about the world's deepest secrets. So, let the image of these soft, glowing orbs, whether they are born from the stormy sky or the depths of the earth, float gently through your mind. They are reminders that the world is far richer, far more mysterious, and far more beautiful than our everyday logic might suggest. They are quiet invitations to expand our perception, to embrace the unknown with a sense of wonder, and to allow the gentle flow of Earth's energies to lull us into a state of profound peace. There's no urgency to solve these riddles tonight. Instead, we simply appreciate their existence, their quiet beauty, and the profound questions they whisper to us about the nature of our extraordinary planet. As these thoughts settle, feel yourself becoming more deeply connected to the earth, to its quiet rhythms, to its subtle energies. Let the image of shimmering lights from deep within and the ephemeral glows in the sky serve as a gentle reminder of the wonders that exist just beyond our immediate grasp. It's a comforting thought, knowing that even in the vastness of the unknown, there is beauty, a silent dance of forces that cradles us all. As we journey deeper into the gentle mysteries of our universe, having explored the grand dance of energy and matter, and the subtle whispers from Earth's core and sky, we now approach a realm that, at first glance, might seem counterintuitive to our quest for quietude. This is the realm of quantum physics, where the familiar rules of our everyday world gently dissolve, giving way to a more fluid, more uncertain reality. Yet, even here, amidst the strangeness, there is a profound sense of beauty, a quiet flow that can lull the mind into a state of serene acceptance. Imagine, if you will, shrinking down, not just to the size of an atom, but even smaller, into the very heart of its being. What you would find there isn't a miniature solar system with tiny planets orbiting a central sun. Instead, you discover a shimmering, vibrating landscape of probability, where particles don't have definite locations, but rather exist as a wave of possibilities. It's a deeply strange idea, but also kind of beautiful, isn't it? It suggests that the most fundamental building blocks of everything are not solid points, but rather diffuse, energetic whispers, waiting to coalesce into something more concrete when observed. This is the essence of wave-particle duality. A single electron, for instance, can behave sometimes like a tiny, discrete particle, like a speck of dust, and at other times like a spread-out wave, like a ripple on a pond. It's as if it holds both identities simultaneously, choosing which one to express depending on how we gently interact with it. This isn't a contradiction, but a deeper truth about the universe's elegant flexibility. It's like a soft, flowing melody that can be perceived as individual notes or as a continuous, unbroken stream of sound, depending on how you listen. Ball lightning, in its elusive nature, seems to echo this quantum strangeness. It appears, drifts, and disappears without leaving much of a trace, almost as if it's a momentary blip in the fabric of reality, a localized wave of energy that briefly collapses into a visible particle of light before dissolving back into the unseen. Could it be a macroscopic manifestation of quantum weirdness, a phenomenon where the rules of the very small gently bubble up into our larger world? It's a fascinating thought, inviting us to see the world not just as solid objects, but as a vast, interconnected tapestry of subtle vibrations and potential forms. Consider the idea of superposition. In the quantum world, a particle can exist in multiple states at once until it's measured or observed. Imagine a spinning coin in midair. Before it lands, it simultaneously heads and tails. Only when it settles does it choose one. Similarly, a quantum particle can be in multiple places at once, or have multiple properties simultaneously, until a gentle act of observation encourages it to decide on one state. It's like a dream, where possibilities are infinite, until the moment of waking brings a singular reality. This fluidity, this inherent uncertainty at the deepest levels of reality, can be profoundly liberating. It suggests that the world is not rigid and predetermined, but constantly unfolding, perpetually shaping itself from a vast sea of potential. There's a gentle, flowing quality to this fundamental uncertainty, a sense of quiet potential within every moment, every particle, every breath. It's a reminder that even the most fundamental aspects of existence hold within them a profound softness, a willingness to be defined by gentle interaction. And then there's quantum entanglement, perhaps the most mysterious and poetic aspect of this realm. Imagine two particles, separated by vast distances, perhaps one here on Earth, and another drifting near a distant star. If these particles become entangled, they remain mysteriously connected, no matter how far apart they are. If you gently measure a property of one, the other instantaneously knows and takes on a correlated property without any signal passing between them. It's as if they share a silent, invisible bond, a profound cosmic empathy that defies our everyday notions of space and time. This entanglement is like an unseen thread, woven through the entire universe, connecting everything in a subtle, silent dance. It speaks of a deep, intrinsic unity, where even the most disparate elements are part of a larger, interconnected whole. It's a beautiful thought, suggesting that everything is quietly connected, much like the subtle threads of a dream, weaving seemingly unrelated events into a cohesive narrative. It fosters a sense of belonging, a profound understanding that nothing truly exists in isolation. In this light, ball lightning might be seen as a temporary knot in this universal tapestry of entanglement, a momentary visible manifestation of otherwise unseen quantum connections or localized energy fluctuations. It's not a violent rupture of reality, but a gentle ripple, a transient whisper from the quantum depths. Its appearance, its brief persistence, and its silent disappearance are like a fleeting glimpse behind the curtain of ordinary perception, a subtle invitation to embrace the world's deeper, more mysterious rhythms. We don't need to fully comprehend the mathematical intricacies of quantum mechanics to appreciate its profound implications for peace and wonder. The very idea that reality is more fluid, more uncertain, and more interconnected at its core than we often assume can be deeply soothing. It encourages us to loosen our grip on rigid expectations, to embrace the inherent mystery of existence with an open heart. It whispers that there is beauty in the not knowing, a profound peace in the acceptance of what lies beyond our immediate grasp. Allow your mind to gently consider these possibilities. Let the concepts of waves of probability, of particles existing in multiple states, of unseen connections across vast distances, drift through your consciousness like soft clouds across an evening sky. There's no need to grasp them firmly, only to allow their gentle presence to expand your sense of what is possible, what is real. This isn't about solving a puzzle. It's about appreciating the exquisite, unsolved poem that is our universe. This perspective can lead to a profound relaxation when we realize that even the fundamental elements of reality are inherently uncertain and fluid. Our own anxieties about control and predictability can begin to soften. We are part of this grand, probabilistic dance, and there is a quiet comfort in yielding to its natural, unfolding rhythm. The universe, in its wisdom, does not demand certainty from its most basic components, and perhaps neither should we demand it from ourselves or our circumstances. So, let the gentle waves of uncertainty from the quantum realm wash over you, smoothing out the sharp edges of your thoughts. Imagine your own consciousness as a vast open field where these waves can gently flow, creating shimmering patterns of light and possibility. The quiet wonder of quantum physics is not a challenge to be overcome, but an invitation to a deeper, more profound state of peace, a recognition that the world, at its core, is a masterpiece of fluid, interconnected beauty, always in a state of becoming. As you allow these thoughts to settle, feel the quiet surrender. The universe whispers its deepest secrets, not through loud pronouncements, but through the delicate dance of its smallest components. And in the soft, ephemeral glow of phenomena, like ball lightning, we catch a fleeting glimpse of these profound, underlying principles at play, a silent testament to the gentle and mysterious interconnectedness of all things. Having gently wandered through the elusive dance of quantum possibilities, where reality itself shimmers with uncertainty and profound interconnection, we now turn our gaze inward, seeking solace not in the vastness of space or the depths of matter, but in the heart of a phenomenon that might seem chaotic from the outside, yet holds a deep stillness within the quiet at the center of a storm. Tonight, we explore the serene core, the eye of peace, within what appears to be powerful energy, and link this to finding our own inner calm amidst life's currents. Imagine a majestic hurricane swirling with immense power, its outer bands unleashing torrents of rain and furious winds. From a distance, it appears as a formidable, destructive force, yet at its very core, at its heart, lies a paradox, the eye of the storm. This is a circular region, often many miles wide, where the winds are light, the clouds part, and the sun might even shine through. It is a place of profound calm, a tranquil haven surrounded by swirling chaos. The very forces that create the storm also create this space of stillness, a silent testament to nature's intricate balance. Ball lightning, too, might hold a similar quiet at its core. While its outer glow suggests intense energy, perhaps its internal structure maintains a delicate equilibrium, a finely balanced dance of charged particles and fields that allows it to persist in such a stable, spherical form. It's not an explosion contained, but a subtle energy held in a quiet embrace, a miniature eye of a storm, drifting gently through the air. The stability of its form, despite its ephemeral nature, hints at an internal harmony, a moment of perfect balance within its energetic dance. This concept of an inner stillness amidst outward intensity is deeply profound. Think of a spinning top. When it spins rapidly, it appears stable, almost motionless on its axis, defying gravity with its speed. Its stability is born from its rapid motion. Similarly, in many natural phenomena, and even in our own lives, profound peace can be found, not in the absence of activity, but in the harmonious balance of opposing forces. It's about finding the quiet center, the unmoving point, within the swirl of experience. Consider the act of meditation walked. When we quiet our minds, we don't necessarily stop all thoughts from appearing. Instead, we learn to observe them as they come and go, like clouds drifting across the sky, without grasping onto them. We find a quiet anchor within ourselves, a stable point of awareness that remains undisturbed by the fleeting parade of thoughts and emotions. This inner stillness is not a void, but a rich space of clarity and peace. Much like the clear sky within the eye of a hurricane, the universe, in its boundless wisdom, continually demonstrates this principle. Stars, those immense furnaces of plasma, maintain their existence through a delicate balance between the outward pressure of nuclear fusion and the inward pull of gravity. It is this profound equilibrium that allows them to shine steadily for billions of years. A sustained dance of forces holding a luminous peace at their core. The quiet glow of a star, constant and dependable, is a testament to this inherent balance. Even on a smaller scale, think of a beehive. From the outside, it hums with ceaseless activity, bees flying in and out, building comb, making honey. Yet, within the hive, there is an organized structure, a quiet efficiency, a collective intelligence that allows for harmony and productivity. Each bee has its role, contributing to the greater balance, and the hive as a whole maintains a profound sense of inner order, despite its vibrant outer activity. This sense of finding stillness within movement, or peace within energy, is a guiding principle for deep rest. Our minds are often like miniature storms, swirling with thoughts, worries, and plans. We chase after solutions, grapple with problems, and find ourselves constantly engaged in a mental whirlwind. But just like the hurricane, our minds also possess an eye, a natural capacity for stillness, a deep reservoir of calm that can be accessed even when thoughts are swirling around us. The purpose of our gentle contemplation tonight is to guide you towards that inner eye. We are not trying to stop the flow of thoughts entirely, but rather to shift our attention to the spaces between them, to the quiet awareness that underlies all mental activity. Imagine your thoughts as leaves carried on a gentle stream. You don't need to try and stop the stream. You can simply observe the leaves as they float by, knowing that beneath the surface, the stream itself continues its calm, unhurried flow. Ball lightning, with its silent, persistent glow, invites us to consider how something seemingly volatile can contain such stability. It's a physical manifestation of this paradox energy, held in balance, creating a luminous point of quietude. It doesn't explode into chaos. It simply glows, contained, until it gently fades away. It is a subtle teacher, showing us that intense energy doesn't always equate to instability, but can, in fact, sustain a profound form of peace. As you breathe, feel the gentle rhythm of your own breath, a constant, soothing flow of air in and out. This too is a balance of forces, the expansion and contraction of your lungs, the intake of oxygen, the release of carbon dioxide. This effortless, repetitive motion is the anchor of your own inner stillness. It is always there, a reliable point of calm amidst any storm, a gentle reminder that balance is inherent in your very being. So, let your thoughts drift towards the center of your own being, towards that place of quietude within. Imagine any swirling thoughts or lingering worries as the outer bands of a gentle storm. Acknowledge their presence, but then gently guide your awareness towards the calm, luminous eye at your core. This is your safe haven, your sanctuary, a place where peace resides, undisturbed by the currents of the world. There's no effort involved in finding this space. It's not something you have to create, but rather something you allow to reveal itself, like the clear sky appearing within the eye of a storm. It's always there, waiting for you to simply turn your attention towards it. And as you rest in this inner quiet, you might find that the mysteries of the universe, like ball lightning, no longer seem strange or unsettling, but simply beautiful expressions of the same profound balance that cradles your own being. Let the image of the serene eye of the storm, or the quiet glow at the heart of ball lightning, guide you deeper into your own tranquility. It's a reminder that even the most powerful energies can harbor a profound stillness, and that peace is not an escape from life, but an inherent part of its natural, unfolding rhythm. Rest in this understanding, in this quiet center, and allow yourself to gently drift. As we continue our gentle drift through the quiet corridors of scientific wonder, having explored the serene eye within the storm of energy and the delicate balance of quantum realms, our gaze now expands beyond our planet, reaching outward to the vast, silent canvas of the cosmos. Tonight, we listen for echoes from distant galaxies, for the soft whispers of phenomena so immense and ancient they dwarf our everyday understanding, yet hold within them a profound peace. Imagine the universe not as an empty void, but as an intricately woven tapestry of light and shadow, of swirling gas and silent, majestic clusters of stars. Every point of light you might glimpse on a clear night, from the quiet glow of a single star to the faint smear of a distant nebula, is part of this grand, unfolding narrative. And within this boundless expanse, there are mysteries far vaster than ball lightning or earthquake lights, mysteries that speak to the very fabric of reality itself, yet do so with an unhurried, almost meditative rhythm. Consider for a moment the concept of dark matter. We cannot see it, we cannot touch it, and it does not interact with light in any detectable way. Yet, its presence is felt through its gentle gravitational pull on the visible stars and galaxies. It's like an unseen hand, quietly guiding the immense cosmic structures, holding galaxies together in their graceful, perpetual spin. Dark matter is estimated to make up about 27% of the universe, a vast, invisible scaffold upon which the luminous universe is draped. It is a profound mystery, a silent, pervasive presence, reminding us that much of reality exists beyond our direct perception, yet still exerts a gentle, organizing influence. Think of it as the cosmic ocean's deep currents. You might see the waves on the surface, the familiar patterns of light from stars and galaxies. But beneath, unseen and profound, are vast currents that shape everything. Dark matter is this hidden current, a quiet, omnipresent force that allows galaxies to form and spiral with such incredible beauty and stability. There's a deep peace in contemplating something so vast and elusive, yet so fundamental to the existence of everything we cherish. It doesn't demand our understanding, it simply is, a quiet backdrop to the luminous spectacle. And then there is dark energy, an even more enigmatic force, thought to comprise about 68% of the universe. If dark matter is the unseen hand pulling things together, dark energy is the unseen breath gently pushing them apart. It is responsible for the accelerating expansion of the universe, causing galaxies to drift away from each other at an ever-increasing rate. This isn't a violent tearing apart, but a gentle, pervasive expansion, like a silent balloon slowly inflating, carrying everything further and further into the vastness. Imagine yourself floating gently in the cosmic expanse, watching galaxies slowly receding from each other, not with urgency, but with a majestic, unhurried pace. Dark energy is the quiet force behind this grand cosmic ballet, a testament to the universe's endless capacity for unfolding. It's a reminder that change is inherent in the very fabric of existence, not as a destructive force, but as a graceful, continuous evolution. The universe isn't static. It's a perpetually blossoming flower, expanding in a silent, breathtaking display. These concepts, dark matter and dark energy, are profound mysteries, yet they carry a peculiar solace. They whisper to us of the limits of our perception, reminding us that what we can see, measure, and immediately understand is but a tiny fraction of the total reality. This acknowledgement of the unknown, this acceptance of mystery, can be deeply liberating. It allows the mind to relax its grasp on the need for absolute certainty, inviting a more contemplative, more open state of being. Perhaps ball lightning, in its own enigmatic way, is a tiny, fleeting echo of these larger cosmic mysteries. Could it be a temporary, localized interaction with an unseen field, a momentary glimpse into the subtle energies that permeate space, just as dark matter and dark energy subtly influence the grand cosmic dance? It's a poetic thought, connecting the ephemeral glow in our living rooms to the profound, unseen forces that shape galaxies. This sense of interconnection, from the smallest flicker to the grandest cosmic expansion, is deeply calming. Think of the vast silence of space. Beyond the gentle hum of our own planet, the universe is largely a realm of profound quietude. Distant stars burn for billions of years without a sound. Galaxies spin in a slow, majestic waltz, their gravity binding them in a silent embrace. The light from these distant objects travels across unimaginable gulfs of time and space, carrying ancient stories to our eyes, yet it arrives without a whisper. This cosmic silence is not empty, it is pregnant with possibility, a canvas for the grandest stories to unfold in the most serene manner. As you allow these vast concepts to drift through your mind, let your own sense of scale gently dissolve. Recognize that your own being is composed of the same fundamental particles and energies that form distant stars and galaxies, that are influenced by dark matter and dark energy. You are, in a profound sense, a miniature universe unto yourself, a complex tapestry woven from cosmic threads. There's a beautiful humility in this understanding, a sense of belonging to something far larger and more ancient than any individual concern. The sheer unhurriedness of cosmic processes is also deeply soothing. Stars don't rush through their lives, they shine for eons. Galaxies don't race, they drift apart with an unimaginable patience. This cosmic patience, this gentle unfolding over billions of years, can serve as a powerful reminder for our own lives. There's no need for urgency, no need to rush to understand everything at once. We can allow things to unfold naturally, with the same unhurried grace that the universe itself displays. So, let the echoes from distant galaxies, the whispers of dark matter, and the silent expansion driven by dark energy lull you into a deeper state of rest. These are not concepts to be wrestled with, but images to be absorbed, feelings to be embraced. The universe, in its boundless wisdom, holds its deepest secrets not in loud pronouncements, but in the most subtle, pervasive, and often invisible forces. And in contemplating these silent, profound mysteries, we find a pathway to our own inner quietude, a gentle surrender to the vast, calming ocean of existence. Having gently drifted through the cosmic silence and the profound mysteries of dark matter and dark energy, our journey now turns to a concept that is both deeply familiar and utterly enigmatic: time. We experience its ceaseless flow every moment, yet its true nature remains a captivating puzzle. Tonight, we will not wrestle with its complexities, but rather contemplate its soft, fluid nature, seeing it not as a rigid ruler, but as a gentle river, flowing at its own unhurried pace. Imagine time not as a series of ticking seconds and minutes, but as a vast, shimmering river, sometimes flowing swiftly, sometimes meandering slowly, always moving onward with an unyielding grace. Each moment is a tiny ripple on its surface, each day a gentle current, each year a steady bend in its course. We often feel ourselves being carried along by this river, sometimes struggling against its perceived speed, sometimes wishing it would slow its relentless progression. But in this quiet contemplation, we can learn to simply float, to surrender to its flow, recognizing that its movement is inherently gentle, a perpetual unfolding. Ball lightning, in its fleeting existence, offers a beautiful meditation on the soft nature of time. It appears, often without warning, persists for a few seconds or a minute, and then simply vanishes. Its lifespan is remarkably short, yet within that brief temporal window, it embodies a profound presence. It is a luminous punctuation mark in the steady flow of time, a momentary expression of energy that comes into being and then gracefully recedes. Its impermanence is not a flaw, but a testament to the dynamic, transient beauty of existence, a gentle reminder that all things, no matter how extraordinary, have their fleeting moment in the sun. Consider how our perception of time can shift. In moments of deep relaxation or absorption, time seems to stretch, to slow down, allowing us to savor each breath, each quiet thought. In contrast, during periods of hurried activity or anxiety, time can seem to rush by, blurring into an indistinct streak. This subjective experience suggests that time, while universally present, interacts with our consciousness in a fluid, pliable way. It's not just an external clock, but also an internal rhythm, gently influenced by our state of being. Think of a tree growing. Its growth is an incredibly slow, deliberate process, almost imperceptible to the eye on a daily basis. Yet over years and decades, it transforms from a tiny sapling into a majestic, towering entity. The tree does not rush. It simply absorbs sunlight, draws nutrients from the soil, and expands with an immense patience, embodying the unhurried flow of time itself. Its rings, silently marking each year of its life, are like the gentle eddies in time's river, each one a record of a quiet, persistent unfolding. This gentle unfolding is mirrored throughout the cosmos. Stars form over millions of years, shine for billions, and then gently cool or collapse over further eons. Galaxies spiral at a pace so grand it defies our imagination, their rotations measured in hundreds of millions of years. The universe itself, expanding under the subtle influence of dark energy, moves with an ultimate, unhurried grace. These vast cosmic timescales offer a profound perspective on our own fleeting moments, inviting us to release the grip of urgency and embrace the deep patience inherent in all creation. The very concept of duration becomes softer when we consider phenomena like ball lightning. How long does a thought last? How long does a feeling linger? These too are fleeting, transient experiences, much like the luminous orb that appears and then fades. By observing the ephemeral nature of such phenomena, we can cultivate a greater appreciation for the present moment, recognizing its preciousness without clinging to it. Each moment is a unique wave on the river of time, rising, cresting, and then gently merging back into the flow. Even our memories are a testament to the fluidity of time. They are not fixed, immutable records, but rather soft, recreated narratives, reshaped subtly with each recollection. The past is not a solid wall, but a shimmering, permeable veil, gently influenced by our present perspective. And the future is an open expanse of possibilities, yet to be formed, yet to be gently sculpted by the ongoing flow. This gentle pliability of time, within our minds and in the universe, can be deeply comforting. There is a profound peace in allowing time to simply be, without judgment, without resistance, to let moments unfold as they will, to experience their passage with a sense of acceptance, much like the water in a river flows naturally towards the sea. We can find stillness within this movement, a quiet awareness that observes the river's journey without needing to control its currents. This is the essence of being present, of truly living within the gentle current of existence. So, as you listen to these words, feel the gentle current of time carrying you. Let any thoughts of past regrets or future anxieties gently drift away, like leaves released onto a stream. Allow yourself to settle into the pure, unhurried flow of the present moment, a continuous, soft unfolding. The universe, in its boundless patience, offers us this profound lesson that time is not a master to be served, but a gentle companion, always moving, always renewing, always inviting us to simply be present within its quiet, ceaseless journey. As we gently approach the final chapters of our quiet journey, having allowed our minds to drift with the soft current of time and the vastness of cosmic mysteries, we now arrive at a profound destination, the breath of silence. This isn't the absence of sound, but rather a deeper, more pervasive quietude, a space where everything can settle, where the most subtle whispers of existence can be heard. It is in this profound silence that phenomena like ball lightning finally dissipate, leaving behind only a lingering memory, and it is here that our own minds can find their most profound rest. Imagine silence not as an empty void, but as a vast, soft canvas upon which the universe paints its fleeting wonders. Every sound, every vibration, every luminous manifestation eventually recedes into this silence, like ripples expanding on a still pond until they gently disappear. This is the ultimate destination of all energetic phenomena, the quiet return to a state of equilibrium. Ball lightning, with its enigmatic glow, appears from this silence, dances for a brief moment, and then softly dissolves back into it, leaving no crackle, no smoke, just a quiet, profound absence. Think of the spaces between your thoughts. Our minds are often filled with a ceaseless chatter, a stream of ideas, plans, and memories. But if you gently observe, you'll notice tiny pauses, brief moments of quiet between each thought. These are glimpses of the breath of silence, naturally occurring pockets of peace that are always available to you. They are not something you have to create. They are simply there, waiting to be noticed, like the stillness that emerges after a bell has rung and its sound has faded. This profound silence is not a vacuum, but a space of potential. It is where new ideas are born, where intuition whispers, where deep understanding can arise without the clamor of words. It is the fertile ground from which all creation springs, and to which all things eventually return. Just as a seed holds the potential for a mighty tree in its quiet dormancy, silence holds the potential for all sound, all light, all form. Consider the act of listening deeply. When you truly listen, you don't just process words. You become aware of the subtle nuances, the unspoken meanings, the very texture of the sound itself. And beyond the sound, there is the background silence, always present, always waiting, It is in this profound listening, this opening to the subtle, that we can connect with the deeper rhythms of life and with the quiet wisdom that resides within us. The universe, in its boundless wisdom, is often silent. The vast distances between stars are filled not with noise, but with an immense quiet. Planets orbit their suns in a silent, gravitational dance. Light travels for billions of years across the cosmos, carrying stories from the ancient past, yet it arrives without a sound. This cosmic silence is not an emptiness to be feared, but a grand, embracing quietude, a profound backdrop against which the drama of existence unfolds with a majestic, unhurried grace. Even the most energetic events eventually find their way back to silence. A mighty thunderstorm, after its grand display of light and sound, eventually dissipates, leaving behind a freshly washed, quiet world. A roaring fire, having consumed its fuel, eventually dwindles to embers and then to ash, its warmth dissipating into the cool stillness. This return to silence is a natural, inevitable part of every cycle, a gentle transition from activity to rest, from presence to absence. Ball lightning embodies this perfectly. For a brief, magical moment, it glows with a quiet intensity, a visible manifestation of energy. But then, it doesn't explode or crash. It simply fades, dissolves, returns to the unseen, leaving the air still and silent once more. It's a testament to the elegant impermanence of all things, a beautiful example of how even the most extraordinary phenomena gracefully surrender to the pervasive quiet. As you allow these thoughts to settle, bring your awareness to your own breath. Feel the gentle rise and fall of your chest, the quiet movement of air in and out. Your breath is a living connection to this universal rhythm of presence and silence. Each inhale is a moment of gathering, a gentle affirmation of being. Each exhale is a quiet release, a soft surrender to the stillness, a return to the silent potential within. There is no effort required, no pushing or pulling, just the natural, effortless flow of life itself. In this moment, there is nothing to do, nowhere to go. There are no problems to solve, no urgent tasks to attend to. There is only the gentle rhythm of your breath and the vast, embracing silence that cradles everything. Allow any lingering thoughts, any small anxieties, to simply dissolve into this profound quietude, like tiny drops of water merging into a vast, still lake. They lose their individual form, becoming one with the overarching stillness. This is the gift of the breath of silence, a profound invitation to release, to surrender, to simply be. It is the space where the boundaries between observer and observed begin to blur, where you become one with the quiet flow of existence. And in this unity, in this deep stillness, true rest can be found, a peace that goes beyond the absence of noise, a peace that is inherent in the very fabric of being. Let the image of ball lightning, gently fading into the silent air, guide you towards your own inner stillness. It's a silent, beautiful lesson in letting go, in trusting the natural cycle of appearance and disappearance. And as you rest in this deep, profound quiet, you might find yourself drifting further, lighter, ready for the deepest, most rejuvenating sleep, as the gentle currents of silence embrace us, having journeyed from the familiar comfort of a summer rain to the profound mysteries of quantum realms and the vast quiet of the cosmos. We now arrive at the final destination of our shared exploration, drifting into the architect's dream of sleep. This isn't an end, but a quiet, beautiful transition, an invitation to surrender fully to the most profound mystery of our own existence, the nightly descent into the realms of subconscious creation. Think of sleep not as a cessation of being, but as a deeper, more profound form of awareness, a journey inward to the very source of renewal and insight. It is in sleep that the body repairs itself, that the mind sorts through the day's experiences, weaving them into the tapestry of memory and understanding. It's a fundamental biological imperative, yet it holds within it the profound elegance of a meticulously designed system, a nightly return to a state of quiet, intuitive processing, just as ball lightning manifests from unseen energies and then silently dissipates, leaving the air still. So too does our waking consciousness gently dissolve into the vast, luminous mystery of sleep. The active, analytical mind, which grapples with facts and figures, quietly recedes, allowing a different kind of intelligence to emerge, the creative, intuitive, and restorative wisdom of the subconscious. It's a graceful letting go, a gentle release from the grip of conscious thought into the boundless ocean of dreams. Imagine your thoughts now as gentle clouds, slowly drifting across a vast, empty sky. Each thought appears, lingers for a moment, and then softly drifts away, carried by the subtle breezes of your breath. There's no need to grasp at them, no need to follow their course. Simply observe their silent passage, recognizing that their fleeting nature is a part of the natural rhythm, a preparation for the profound stillness that awaits. The universe, in its boundless wisdom, designed this nightly retreat, this fundamental rhythm of rest and activity, darkness and light, from the smallest bacterium to the largest whale. Every living thing on Earth engages in some form of sleep or rest, a testament to its universal importance. It is a time for integration, for quiet assimilation, for the subtle work of renewal that happens far beneath the surface of our awareness. It is the universe's gentle way of ensuring continuity, of maintaining balance, of allowing life to flourish. Consider the act of dreaming. When we dream, our minds embark on fantastical journeys, creating vivid landscapes, improbable narratives, and profound symbols. These dreams are like miniature universes, spontaneously generated from the raw material of our experiences, yet unfolding with their own logic and beauty. They are the mind's way of playing, of exploring, of processing information in a non-linear, intuitive fashion. It's a testament to the mind's boundless creativity, even in its most relaxed state. Just as the mysteries we've contemplated, from the silent genesis of a ball of lightning to the unseen currents of dark matter, beckon us to embrace the unknown with wonder, so too does sleep invite us to embrace the mystery of our own inner world. It's a space where the boundaries of what we perceive as possible gently blur, where the ordinary gives way to the extraordinary, and where the most profound truths can reveal themselves through the subtle language of intuition and symbol. There is a profound peace in this surrender, to allow the worries of the day, the to-do lists, the lingering thoughts, to gently fall away, much like the final droplets of rain after a storm, to trust that the universe, in its elegant design, has orchestrated this period of restorative rest, and that by yielding to it, we are aligning ourselves with a fundamental healing rhythm. It's a release from effort, a gentle glide into effortless being, as you feel your body becoming heavier, sinking deeper into the soft embrace of your resting place. Allow your breath to become even slower, even more profound. Each inhale is a quiet drawing in of peace, each exhale a soft release of any remaining tension. Imagine your consciousness as a quiet lake, its surface now perfectly still, reflecting the soft, distant lights of the night sky, undisturbed by any ripple or current. This is the architect's dream of sleep, a master design woven into the very fabric of our existence. It is a period of profound creation, where the mind, unburdened by the demands of waking life, quietly constructs the pathways for clarity, insight, and renewed energy. It's where the disparate pieces of the day are gently assembled into a coherent whole, and where the seeds of future ideas are quietly sown. So, let the final image be one of ultimate tranquility yourself, gently sinking into a boundless sea of cosmic dust, each particle a shimmering thought, each wave a gentle breath. You are safe. You are held. You are part of an infinitely patient and wise universe that orchestrates your rest with the same effortless grace that it guides the stars and shapes the galaxies. There is nothing left to do, nothing left to understand, only to surrender to the beautiful, silent unfolding of sleep. May your journey into this architect's dream be one of profound peace, deep restoration, and quiet, luminous dreams.